everybody, and welcome back to the Creativity Broadcast. I'm your host, Laura, and I'm here to do another collective creativity reading. And this is for you if you are a creative person, you may be working some creative projects, or your relationship with your creative spirit, and finding yourself wanting to be more in connection and in more supportive relationship with the universe, with the great beyond. I received a special request to do a collective creativity reading specifically about money. And so if that is hitting you in the heart as like, yes, this is definitely for me today, go ahead and get comfortable. Grab yourself a notebook and maybe a warm beverage if it's really cold where you are. And let's get to it. All right, let's go ahead and just take a breath together. I'm getting this message, outer and inner and outer, almost like there's 2, possibly 3 different dimensions for the money conversation for you. Like it's kind of showing me what's right in front of you, what's internal to you, and then there's something behind you, like a force behind you. So it's sort of like these 3 dimensions. It's almost like I'm kind of seeing like moon phases almost, but they actually are like 3 distinct realms, and they're all maybe in different places. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get some clarification on this. I think we're going to start with Moonology. And what I'm getting is that this Moonology reading is for the realm right in front of us, which might be like a tangible realm. Maybe you're working on financial breakthrough or some business development goals or something like that. But this Moonology reading I'm getting is really about that realm right in front of you. And I'm also getting the nudge to ask everybody, if you're watching this, to start opening up and drawing the lines between your creative power and your financial conversation. Like there's actually a request in the space to look at them together. Like not separate. So for some of you, this might actually be the entire overarching message that you need today, is to actually start to be open to them being the same conversation. Okay, so let's see. For that tangible realm, New Moon in Virgo. A time to give rather than take. Look at this. We've got green, the color of the heart chakra. Again, with that feeling of being kind of out in front of us. We also have New Moon in Virgo. We have this beautiful maiden energy, and the new moon, the very beginning of a cycle. So to me, what this is suggesting is that for this tangible realm, when it comes to money, the guidance here is along the lines of starting to think about service. How does that relate to money? And also thinking about, if you are at the beginning of a cycle in the tangible realm, what are the seeds from which you would like your bounty to burst forth? If you are coming from a place of scarcity or take energy, anything that grows from here is going to be in the same energy as scarcity or take. And so this is like a very beautiful, verdant possibility, and imagining the relationship between your ability to give and serve and money, and what would that be like. I'm also getting here that this might be a good opportunity to look at setting a new tangible goal. And if you were actually doing it from the place of giving and service, what would your financial goals look like? Honestly, that's pretty freaking cool. Okay, the new moon in Virgo. Here we go. A time to give rather than take. When this card comes up, it's time for you to take stock of your situation. Where are you and where do you want to go? The new moon energy of this card suggests a restart. The Virgo energy suggests that you make a restart, a clever one that's simple and well organized. Virgo also has a strong health aspect to it, so if you've been unwell, this card suggests that your health is on the up. Virgo loves clean eating and alternative therapies, so add these into your routines now, however you've been feeling. If a situation is blocked at the moment, it could be that you're overanalyzing things or being too critical. It's time to ask less what someone else can do for you and to think more about what you can do for others. Attune to the moon. Recommit to healthy morning and evening routines. Anytime Virgo is coming up, we're asked to look at how routines and consistency can support us. Let's see. The teaching, a wonderful bounty coming your way. The energy is precise as the feel of a harvest. It's also about getting your life in order. So that's what you need to do at the time of Virgo New Moon and whenever else you pull this card. Yeah, totally. That's great. That's cool. So, yeah, that's the first action step here, is for that tangible realm. Time to give. Okay. Let's see. I think if we're moving into the heart center, or at least whatever that middle, like, embodiment area is, I'm getting here sacred destiny. Oh my gosh. So, a couple of weeks ago, oh my gosh. Wow. A couple of weeks ago, we had our show, and before the show, I got kind of nervous, and I just put guitar picks in like every possible pocket that I had, because I was scared of, I don't know, running out of them or something. And I've been finding them everywhere, under dressers. Like, I must have put them in my pant pockets and like thrown the pants in the laundry, and like the guitar picks went everywhere. But isn't this pretty? I love this color. Okay. All right, sacred destiny. What do we need to know about money when it comes to our inner realm? Beautiful. Patience and community. Okay, let's see. Okay, so as we're looking at these, patience is the first one that came up. man, is this the blue heron? How gorgeous. Oh, and you can see even the art style is very like, it has almost like a Japanese ink style to it. To me, this suggests like the sun, like even the artwork here is suggestive to me of like every perfect moment has its moment. So this moment of the blue heron flying in front of this beautiful golden sun, so many things had to line up properly for this moment to actually occur naturally. And so we can't just expect it to be instant, everything takes its time. And I mean, the other thing here too that I'm aware of that's really speaking to me, first, the color blue, the color of our throat chakra, being able to speak our truth and having a lot of compassion and courage when it comes to the role that our ability to be clear about and express our truth has when it comes to our creation and our manifestations. But also because the heron is just so gracefully flying, just like taking flight, in this moment just occurred where everything lined up together. That's so beautiful. Let's see, patience. Let's see what Sacred Destiny Oracle has to say. Okay, patience. Dense fog. Water represents our emotions, our feelings, our subconscious, and our nocturnal dreams. When the water becomes condensed as fog, we can't see clearly. Fog occurs when the air is cooled to the point at which it cannot hold all the water vapor it contains. Thus, it condenses water vapor where it is suspended in the air as fog. We can't see what's ahead, and the things that look one way in the fog will look another way in the light. However, when you can't perceive what's on the horizon in life, your imagination can surge forward, and your sixth sense can be ignited. In a dense fog, it's best to be quiet and still. For now, don't go forward. Wait. It's hard to see what lies ahead, and things may not be as they seem. Things that seem one way may in fact be completely different. Be patient. The truth will emerge. In this state of obscured visibility, your imagination and intuition can be sparked. I'm going to read that again. In this state of obscured visibility, your imagination and intuition can be sparked. Be patient, the truth will emerge. If you can wait long enough, your dreams and inner yearnings can come to fruition. Listen to your intuition and pay attention to those seemingly random thoughts. Okay, so it's almost like in the fog, we can occasionally get little glimpses of what's true for us. So this is a time to wait, have patience, and pay attention. And it's a very divine feminine way of creating, of manifesting, to actually allow for time. The creative process in general is supported by time and our relationship with time. So that's pretty cool. Okay, next community. Look how beautiful. We have a rainbow. We have butterflies. We have the sun beaming in through the dense forest. Ancient forest, it says. The towering ancient trees in a forest look distinct from one another, yet beneath the surface of the earth, their roots are intertwined. The roots act like kind of a communication system throughout the community of trees. Instantaneous messages travel through this underground system. Nutrients can travel on this network. Trees at one side of the forest can supply the nourishment required on the other side of the forest. Danger at one end of the network is communicated to the far end of the intertwined roots. Support is all around you, even if you are not consciously aware of it. Allow yourself to be supported. That's coming through very strongly. I'm getting kind of like that heart chakra, like the green pulsing energy of like, allow yourself to be supported and to actually feel that support in the heart space. Give encouragement to others. The more you allow yourself to be supported, the more your dreams can come true. If you believe that you have to do it all alone, you will. Your true family is not just blood relationships. Sometimes the strongest family ties are friends who know who you are. Sometimes they are your ancestors and soul family who reside in spirit. This card speaks of finding your community and your people. It is a card of remembering that your people are at your side, believing in you, loving you, and standing strong beside you. Call on your community and ask for their assistance. They are only a thought away. Wow. I'm getting for some people, I'm getting like a couple of different action steps here. So just see what's here, what's for you, what's resonating for you. One, I'm getting an opportunity to do a little bit of healing work. If you are working with a therapist or an energy healer, this might be a good time to bring up the topic of receiving support, and just see if there's anything to do to kind of unclog the energy center, allow for a little bit more support and flow in this area, in the area of the heart, giving and receiving love. I'm also getting here that this is a place to remember that people love to help other people. Love to help other people. If you're listening to this, you probably are usually the person helping, but you do sometimes get to be the person who is helped. And isn't that great? And one great thing to do if you're just like uncomfortable doing it, but you know you need to, is to just practice sharing your desires with people. Not because you want them to meet the desire necessarily, but just so that you practice letting people in. For example, I had a really great business development meeting this morning. I didn't really know what to expect, but I found myself feeling so comfortable with the person I was meeting with that I just wanted to share with her some of the potential future visions that I could see that would be very meaningful for me. And so I wasn't necessarily suggesting like it's her job to go make this happen for me. It was more like I wanted her to know that for me it would be super meaningful if I had to blah, 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 you know, and so it kind of helps people understand how to support you in a way that's really meaningful, which most of us kind of just want to do when we're part of communities. I know I'm a person who's kind of hardwired to want to help people when I can. And but we also have like a lot of conditioning around not. And this is also a place where like, maybe the other action step here I'm getting is to do a little bit of journaling and digging so that you can be a little bit clearer and more honest with yourself about what it is that you want when it comes to money. You know, what's the experience that you really want to be having? Are there things that you'd like to be able to very naturally afford or integrate into your life that you currently don't have? To what degree are you being honest with yourself about what those things are and why you want them? This isn't a time to inquire that, to be like judgmental or exacting. It's more just creating more self-attunement, so that you can be that force for yourself. You can like advocate for the things that you desire. Okay. Lovely. The other thing I'm getting about patience too is it's sort of like a step back from, it's like the internal conversation around the tangible realm thing we're talking about. There's also something here about like maybe in a past situation or like in the past you might be really good at like pushing things forward really fast. And this is a message to actually allow the creative process, like let the fog exist. Things will emerge. Don't force it to go faster than it actually needs to. Okay, and then next we're going to be talking about the realm behind us. And I think this is about like the unseen and about spirit and our relationship with, let's just see what spirit has for us when it comes to our money reading. I'm going to use Wisdom of Avalon. It's just what I was naturally drawn to. So I think it's asking to talk. So spirit realm, this is like the unseen. This can be our ancestors. This can be just also the messages that we're getting in our nocturnal dream world. Let's see. What do we have around this money conversation? I am getting that Spirit's very delighted that we're acknowledging these like 3 realms and kind of asking us to imagine them almost like plates, and they all spin at different rates. So they're moving in different ways, but they're all related. Kind of like, I'm pretty sure that's what it's like if you watch the musical Hamilton. They have like the revolving plates on the stage. There's like multiple different ones, and they go at different speeds at different times. But they're all part of a beautiful production. Okay. I hope that wink wasn't awkward. I gave a wink to my husband the other day, and I was just doing it sort of stupidly, like I made a bad joke and I gave a stupid wink. He said that the wink was really uncomfortable because the rest of my face didn't react. It was sort of like this. No, it was probably more like this. Sort of like the wink equivalent of like smiling without it meeting your eyes. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Spirit. Oh my gosh, you keep giving me... That's weird. You guys. The High Priestess and the Butterfly. Shut up. Oh my gosh. We've been in some major butterfly energy on this channel. High Priestess, number 2. Wow. This is, I'm just going to read it to you. I love incorporating spirit into money conversations because, this is also like straight from my online workshop, Money and Creativity, a Love Story. Like we think that our relationship with money is like very linear and simple. But there's all this stuff behind how money and us interact in our lineage, in our ancestry, in our family programming, the ecosystems that we were raised in and educated in, that has a huge impact on how we create money and manifest it and hang on to it or use it properly or whatever. And so to me, I think that when we invite spirit to just be more of a guiding force in our money goals and our financial conversation, obviously we're not going to be deferring like big financial decisions to spirit. This is sort of like the financial equivalent of when I talk about body stuff. And it's like, okay, let's allow for the support and guidance of spirit to help us understand and integrate what we're learning and what our body is processing. But we'll also get checked out by medical professionals when need be. It's like they don't, they're not like opposing forces, So like, when I read this, I don't want it to sound like don't have a financial advisor, just talk to the great beyond. I say, how about both? Okay. So the High Priestess is a messenger of Avalon, discernment, prescience, prophecy, and vision. Okay, let's read this. Intuition, prescient sight, Higher knowledge, receptivity, the ability to work with subtle energies of spirit, and the psychic power of the feminine, these are the aspects of the High Priestess of Avalon. When the High Priestess appears before you, she asks you to trust your intuition and to throw the net of your awareness out into the world around you, pulling in truths that may defy your intellect, rational mind, or what others wish to falsely or superficially portray. Go beyond the ordinary, past the chaos of modern life, and trust your inner vision to guide you on your path. Pay attention to your dreams and keep track of your intuitive hunches. For when the High Priestess appears, she asks you to look for the thread of truth in these places. Be discerning in all that you do at this time. For the High Priestess reminds you that not all is as it seems to be. However, don't take this world personally. Rise above it and ask for a true vision to see the path ahead. You will be given this vision. All you need to do is ask the goddess and be open to receiving it. The High Priestess reminds you of the feminine principle of receptivity, gathering power by receiving information and waiting for others to act first. This is a lot like that fog, the patience. Allow the world to show you its intentions. The goddess blesses and protects you when the High Priestess of Avalon appears on your path. Yes. Okay. So this is like a very clear message for some of us to be not only open to divine feminine supporting you and spirit supporting you to really become clear on a vision. It's literally saying like, it's coming. It's pretty cool. Okay. The butterfly is about beauty. Okay. When you see the butterfly, know that the power of beauty is in your life. The butterfly reminds you to see through its eyes and watch the world be transformed. Beauty is in the eye of the one who looks for it. Today, look for loveliness even in the darkest places, and you'll be amazed. All of the mystery is beautiful. Beauty is everywhere. You just have to open your eyes. The next step can only be achieved if you do this today. So clear. Oh my God, both of these are such clear messages. Someone may be giving you something beautiful today. Remember to be grateful. Wow. So yeah, that third realm, that spirit realm, we've got these two messages. We have the big picture, be open to being supported by the mystery. The vision is coming. Remember that we're part of community. And so we can't just force our will upon things, but we can wait and be collaborative and share the things that we want to see coming to fruition. And the butterfly is a very, very, very clear message. Wow. To literally stop and smell the roses. So it's the big picture and the small picture kind of all colliding together. All right. Well, that is it for today's money reading. I hope this was helpful. You'll have to drop a comment below and let me know if this was resonant. And if so, what are you learning? And if this was useful, please go ahead and give it a like so that I know what kind of content you all are looking for. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead. I do a new reading every week, and as well as a bunch of other things like artist chats and journal with me videos on this channel. And if you're interested in taking my Money and Creativity, a love story workshop, you can find that. I'm pretty sure it's linked below. It might be on special this month. I can't remember, but it's pretty awesome. Gives kind of a different context and helps you set goals from a new place that's kind of inclusive of this more feminine, creative, imaginative conversation. All right, take good care. See you later.